You know, I like when they say family.
Because we family. We are.
Nice.
Welcome to Rebrand.
We love you.
I love y'all.
What's up, you sheep?
Far too many times we try to build ourselves and act how other people want us to act. And so just not, you really are growing when you're not focusing on what other people's visions of you.
Sometimes you got to go to war to get your peace.
But sometimes you don't even know what peace is until after you've been through war.
If you are African American or any member of the global majority living in the United States, in my opinion, you need to completely abandon the idea that you're going to end racism in America. Not because racism is acceptable, it's contemptible, it's evil, it's a civilizational disease. But you need to abandon the idea because it is baked into the operating system of America. And you are wasting precious time, energy, and resources fighting in a battle that was designed to be unwinnable. I mean, think about it this way. If you lived in a region where tornadoes were a regular occurrence, would you spend your life trying to campaign to end tornadoes? Would you organize protests demanding that the atmosphere stop producing severe weather conditions? Would you dedicate your existence to trying to convince the sky that tornadoes are morally wrong? No, you would accept that tornadoes are just a part of the climate of that region. And you'd build storm shelters. You'd develop early warning systems. You would construct your homes with reinforced foundations. You would create evacuation plans. You would prepare. That's practical. I know you'll be mad about that comparison because you'll say that racism isn't a natural disaster. Racism is not a force of nature. I agree with you. But when a tornado comes and rips apart your house and your property and your family and your life, you're not worried about what caused it. You're worried about the fact of its impact. And you should do the same thing with regards to racism when it rips apart your life the same way. Because white supremacy in America is a permanent feature. It's a permanent feature of America. It's a permanent feature of Western society, of so-called Western civilization. It's as much a feature of that as just as much as tornadoes in Illinois, or blizzards in North Dakota, or earthquakes in California. You're not going to eliminate racism in the West any more than you're going to eliminate rain in Seattle. It's not going to happen. It's a part of the weather system. It's a part of the weather system in America. It's a part of the environment. It is the climate of the West. So don't take my example of a tornado as me saying that racism is natural. No, it's unnatural. It's absolute.
Yeah.
Let him cook.
Hey, we could have gone a whole lot longer, but I decided to pull back a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rebrand This Podcast. I'm your host. My name is Anthony Goodson, alongside a host of great co-hosts. I'm so excited to have this crew with me. Happy Black History Month, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know
Happy Black History Month, everybody.
But on this show, we celebrate it all the way. But before I get to my co-host, let me go ahead and jump to the people that's watching. What's up, Corey? Corey said she got my picture. Right on. What's up, Carla? How you doing?
Miss Cora.
Deborah number one is in. What's up, Mama? Good.
Hey.
He says facts. What's up, Tyrone Cook? How you doing?
What's up with it?
Hey, y'all be sure to hit that share button. Tonight we got a great show, y'all. We're doing Mind Over Melanin. It's kind of a mental health thing and among so many other things going on in the Black community. Of course, we have our co-hosts, Adrian, the A. Stinson, Helen, and Heather on the show. We got other people coming in a little bit, but before I get started, let me see how they doing. What's up, Ace? How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's everybody out there in TV land doing today? It's Black History Month, and we're feeling good. Parkland Hospital, I saw that menu. Y'all need to stop.
You know what that means, Heather? That means he had to go to
No.
the MRI.
He had to get himself jammed into that MRI again.
That's right.
But
That was you.
But I got in. That's what counts. I got in.
What's up, Helen? How you doing?
Hey, it's a Wednesday, so happy to be here. It's been a long Wednesday, so it's been a long one. So happy to be here.
Well, go ahead and tell them where they can see you in other places, please.
Right. I have a podcast. You can listen to it on most streaming platforms. It's just auditory, so mind the business that pays you. Okay. Pandora, Spotify, iHeart, all the things. And this Monday, I dropped the latest episode with Yashika. He's not on here just yet, but that dropped. It's really good. So you should go listen to it.
Y'all definitely don't want to miss it. Be sure to check out Helen and all the different places Helen is. We're excited to support our own people. And we have Helen in tonight. What's up, Helen?
What's up? Where the hell are you doing?
Hey guys, hi. How are you?
Hey, y'all go ahead and show them what you're sporting tonight, by the way.
Oh yes, so I got some merch.
Yes, indeed.
I'm excited.
Right on. So how's your week been? How you doing, Heather?
And this week has been amazing. I don't know if I've been talking about this. Everybody's been feeling like 2026 is the year. And I got to be honest with you, like it's February, but it's already been amazing. So I'm so excited for like what's next and what's coming next. So it's been great. It's a great week.
Wonderful. Absolutely. Want to go ahead and tell the people where they can catch you on any other platform that you would like to have them to catch you.
Yes, absolutely. So I am Heather, the Pattern Coach, and you can find me on Instagram at Heather, the Pattern Coach. Follow me there.
Heather, the Pattern Coach. Y'all check it out. Hey, let's go to the comments. And we got our guest in tonight. By the way, he's in the background. I'm about to bring him up. So, Dr. Cobb,
Dr. Cobb, what's going on, brother?
Carla, she said, hey, Miss Deborah. Hey, Corey. Carla says hello to everyone. And Tyrone Cook said, what's up, y'all? What's up, Tyrone Cook? All right. Now, y'all, I'm going to go ahead and bring our guest in. He's in the background real quick. He's individually works with me at my job. So I decided, after talking to him, he'd be perfect for tonight's show. I'm going to go ahead and bring him in. He got Dr. Mike written on here, but his name is Michael Williams. What's up, Dr. Mike? How you doing?
What's going on, Dr. Mike? How you doing, bro?
What's up, Doc?
Hey,
it's okay to talk.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Good. Doing good.
Can you hear me?
Doing good.
Yeah.
So Dr. Mike was a pastor at a church in Nashville, Tennessee. In addition to that, he was also a chaplain for the Tennessee Titans, formerly known as the Houston Oilers, by the way. And he's done a whole lot of things now. He's been in the pharmaceutical world for a while. He's a hospice guy. He's been a chaplain for hospice companies, but he's well versed in some of the conversation that we're going to talk about tonight. So definitely want to go ahead and say what's up to him. And finally, last but not least, looking just like me, what's up, Twin? How you doing?
What's up, you shaker?
I feel so much better. I was like, where is Yashika at?
Girl, it's hard out here.
For a pimp.
It is.
Y'all do us a favor. Go ahead.
Hey, everybody. How's everybody?
We good.
I'm feeling better now. Didn't feel
good.
All right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and get the show started. So tonight we're talking mind over melanin. It has a little something to do with the Black community and the way we think. Is what we're going to talk about. We have a pastor on the show tonight, Dr. Mike. I know he's not saying he's a pastor. He's not going by that, but I'll let him do his own talking when it comes to that. But we want to just get right on into the conversation. One of the conversations that we talked about last night, Helen, Yashika, was, we just asked ChatGPT what they thought about the Black community. One of the things they said is, in what ways do faith, church, culture, or spirituality support mental health? And when might they unintentionally silence it? Dr. Mike, I'm going to let you go ahead and jump in on that. I'll throw the question up there again so you can read it.
Wow, what an interesting question. Can you guys hear me?
Right in there.
Okay?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great deal. One of the things that he told you about my background, but one of the things is that I think just the stigma, especially in our culture, especially religion, around just mental health. As a former pastor from the church, we want to pray and anoint everything away. And while that has its place, the mental struggle is real. So the stigma around there's something wrong with you if you talk to someone, if you open up, if you go to a psychologist or psychiatrist. So I think that's one of the things in our culture that holds us up the most. Is I remember reading something many years ago how even the late Martin Luther King Jr. experienced great bouts of depression and was advised as a person and a man of God to seek counseling, and he refused vehemently. So that's where I'd like to start, is the stigma around in our community that, we don't do that, or that's not something that we do. We just pray to God. We're going to it'll work itself out.
Yeah, I totally agree.
I think I was muted. I'm gonna throw something else out there for you guys real quick. And Heather, this is for you really. And then after this, I'll just let everybody else have a round robin. But the media, we can talk about that a little bit. Like, how does the media influence mental health in the Black community, especially around success, images, and comparisons?
Is that for me?
Wait, you said me or Helen?
Right.
You got to make a differentiation.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna just call you the pattern coach.
It's Black History Month now. You got to enunciate this month.
Got to enunciate. Okay. Well, I kind of wanted to just kind of double back on what was asked before. So I was actually talking to a colleague of mine. And so there is a stigma in the Black community, especially with men. I think women have leaned into therapy and they've leaned into like getting help. But for Black men, it's almost like, and I get it, there's no judgment, but there's almost like the stigma, like if you go get mental health or something wrong with you. Like we've all heard of the crazy cousin, and nobody wants to be labeled as that. But this is kind of where, as I've been doing some of my education and things like that, getting certified as a life coach, there was a lot of therapists in life coach training. And what I found is that life coaching has its place in mental health because it's almost like the step before therapy, right? So I do a consultation with my clients and I'll see like, okay, is this a good fit? Because life coaching is kind of where, listen, we think this is the issue. Okay, cool. We're going to talk about this issue. We're going to unpack it, but we don't stay in the past. Where therapy, you dig in the past, you kind of figure out what's going on there. And so I feel like there is definitely life coaching has been really influential. Most of my clients are men, actually. And it's a beautiful thing to see men open up and talk about things that are going on. And a lot of times what's really interesting is like we think this is the issue, but as we start talking, we really realize this is the issue, and we talk about this, we fix this, and then everything else opens up. And so I realize, and I say this, like my clients aren't necessarily broken, right? They just need collaboration. And so there has to be, in the church, there's another kind of silencing sometimes when there's almost like that, like, okay, don't ask, don't tell kind of a thing, don't talk about your family business, that kind of a thing. But I really feel like in this generation, there's a lot of people opening up and saying, okay, listen, I'm not broken, but if your car gets broken down, what do? You take it to the dealership, right? If you're sick, you go to the doctor. And so I feel like there is, the more we have these types of conversations, the more we kind of open up and realize like, it doesn't have to be a bad thing. You don't have to be broken. You can just need collaboration and have somebody that you can talk through these things with and move forward. And I think it's a beautiful thing, honestly.
I was like, Heather had some money because she takes her car to the dealership. I got a shade tree mechanic down the street. Mentioning anything about mental health to me, they're gonna they tried taking my guns away here in Michigan. That's my fear. Good evening, Kiki. Hey, Kiki, how you doing? All right, so I'm gonna ask this question. This is anybody can answer it, but I'm really going for the fellas right now. All right, so what unique mental challenges, health challenges that Black men face that aren't talked about enough? What about Black women? That's to you, ladies. Ace, Dr. Mike, what do you think?
Put it back up there. I want to make sure I get the true velocity of the question asked.
What unique mental health challenges do Black men face that aren't talked about enough?
Number one is stress, and it's having stress and then being under the stress that as a man I'm supposed to just be able to handle the stress. society puts that on you, where it's kind of like you're less than a man if you seek help. If you go to therapy, you're less than a man. If you're feeling down, you're less than a man. Things like that. So it's kind of like we're on a lose end, because it's like your manhood is questioned because you're doing what you need to do so that you can remain a man and be a leader and up and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Dr. Mike.
Yep.
I think he's on the delay. While he's delaying,
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
It's on Chinese movie time.
Again, what Chris was saying is
okay, Dr. Mike, I think you have a volume issue or something. It's something
you might have to log out and log back in.
We can't hear you at all. But I'm gonna ask the same question. I'm gonna throw it back out there for the ladies. What unique mental health challenges do Black women face that aren't talked about?
How about that?
Ladies?
All right, who's going first? Because I don't want to just be listen.
What I was gonna say is more fit for Yashika to speak to, but I'm learning through my friends becoming mothers, the postpartum depression is a mental health thing that's unique to Black women. Just being pregnant as a Black woman is a unique challenge mentally, but also physically, that I think is not talked about enough at all.
Yashika?
I would say that because I think I know I had postpartum, but I think I had prepartum too. I
that?
think where you're having it's post and pre. Pre is before you had a baby. So I had some depression before, during, and then after it made it. It's harder, especially if you started off with it. Yeah. After especially after I had my daughter, it's just like my son was in a little bit, but my daughter was a lot. And I lived to take care of them. They got me through it, for the little time that I was. So I agree with that. But another thing that I think that it's not looked at is just trauma. A lot of times people compare just trauma, whatever your trauma is, though. Because a lot of times we compare my trauma to yours. And even though you outsider looking into my trauma, think that it's not a big deal. It's a big deal to me. It is to me, though. And so a lot of times people think that just because I'm crying over this, that to them is this little bit of spilled milk that I'm crying over. But to me, it's far more than that's a lake. So to me, I think that women and men, really, we look at the trauma as if it's not a big deal, and it's not. Some of us can tolerate more than others. Some and vice versa. There's something that y'all can tolerate that I really can't, versus something I can tolerate fine that you maybe can't. But just because you're a man doesn't make you soft. That's the part I don't like, and that's what I'm trying to teach my son. When he has emotions, I don't beat that emotion down out of him. When he's crying, what are you crying about? You're not supposed to be crying. Stop doing that. To me, with men, that childhood trauma is there. There's your uncles and your cousins and your brothers. You're not able to really be your authentic self. And I don't think there's anything wrong with a man having feelings.
Yeah.
So
that's a big deal.
That's what I would say is trauma.
That's good.
Let's go to the comments. Hey, Heather said, "What's up, Rebranders crew?" And Heather, what's up?
Okay.
We're going to take another break real quick. When we take this break afterwards, we're going to talk about the social media influence and how it affects the Black community, especially around success and all the different comparisons. We'll see y'all in about 2 minutes.
I remember when I lost my mind. There was something so pleasant about that place. Even your emotions have an echo in so much space.
When pens used to be feathers, called quills, they had to be dipped into ink. But eventually, a foundational Black American inventor invented the reservoir so that the ink could be stored on top of the writing point. And his name was William B. Purvis. The presence of foundational Black American inventors is all around us. Follow for more.
What up? What up? Welcome back to Rebranded Podcast.
Hey, I got everybody looking all sad and stuff on their picture. Don't nobody say, hey, I got
They had some very sad endings. Tyrone Cook said, we literally built this country. Absolutely, we did. Hey, look, y'all, before we went to break, I asked another question, and I said I was going to get into it, how the social media influence mental health. Hold on, sorry. Mental health in the Black community, especially around success, image, and comparison. I'm just throwing that out to everyone. How does social media influence mental health? Hey, we talk about this quite a bit. What do you think?
I think it's ruining us because it is, especially the younger generation, because it has this unnecessary. It's putting an unnecessary pressure on everybody, and it's also giving a false sense of reality and a false hope as well. You know, at the same time, and you know, for us, we see it kind of different because we're pre-social media in the sense. So it's kind of like we have a little bit of what the world really is, but to them, that's their world. And so depression levels are up and everything else because everything is kind of like false. They think they're supposed to be a millionaire by the time they're 11.
That's 11 is the exact time.
Yeah. How does social media influence mental health in the Black community, especially around success, image, and comparison?
For me, I was gonna say, I think to a point, like some people that's more of our age, it's not, you know, but then not, because how many BBLs do the surgeon get to see every year? And a lot of them is the age or our age or older, so they're also being warped too.
Influence.
Excellence. And so how to whatever that means.
Influence.
Because
influence.
Because whoever said that's how you should look. Everybody's cookie cutter. You know it when you see it. But what I was gonna say is that I said this before, but people watch on the most dangerous thing about social media is that people watch 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes of somebody else's 24 hours. Yep. And so they see this minute of, oh my, glamorous and trips and all this stuff, but that's all they get to see. And you see what they want you to see.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to jump in here because I had a client tell me just out of just a moment, she was like, oh my God, your life seems so amazing. And I'm like, wait, yeah, okay, yes, I have amazing parts to my life and I'm grateful for it, but I go through things. And so I had to make a conscious effort to start posting things. Like I'm a transparent person, but I have a very hard time being vulnerable, especially on the internet, because I don't want to come across like I'm weak or something like that, because I'm not weak, but I do have weak moments. So I've had to purposefully post things to make sure that people understand, one, I don't got makeup on, two, that I go through things. And if you don't think about it like that, the perception, because I wasn't trying to make the perception that I'm perfect and everything's amazing, but like I'm not going to just go and cry on the internet and be like, oh, you know, I got this going on, I got that going on. I don't do that. When I process my stuff, I process it, but I have to realize I have a responsibility as someone in the forefront to make sure that people do understand, like, hey, I do go through things and I struggle. And I think that you're absolutely right. They see what we want them to see. And so it's so easy to think like, oh, your life it's so perfect, when in reality, I just got done crying. I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. You know, this relationship isn't working out. This one isn't working out. So I think there's got to be like a fine line of just not attention seeking, right, behavior. But it's really good for us, the ones that have platforms, to be vulnerable and to share what we go through sometimes too, you know?
Yeah, it's real. A newsflash to everybody watching, that G-Wagon y'all see me driving on social media, it's not mine. I got the Corolla, just I can barely fit in it. I don't like y'all seeing me get in now.
All right, y'all, we're gonna play a quick game real quick. So the question that we're gonna ask whenever we come back is, what are some healthy coping mechanisms our community uses or should use, and which ones might actually be masking deeper issues? We're gonna ask that when we get through with this game. But first, no makeup, big flex on. All right, y'all.
Well, go look at the video. I don't know if it's a big flex. But
what time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time!
That's new. I'm gonna work on it. That's not the one I want to do. We're gonna work on it.
All right, fellow, but that damn AI just had me like we just left the restaurant.
You forgot we got to pass on. All right, y'all. Look here. We got a game we're gonna play. I want to know how well y'all know y'all's Black history. So what I'm gonna do is we'll see how much time we got. I think we have 5 minutes to play this game. There are 9 people that we're gonna have.
Take me off right now.
Yes.
Right.
You can't concede.
I'm half white.
Yo,
I'm half white.
We got 2 half white, 1 non-white, none black. All right, y'all. So some of these are kind of hard, but audience, we want you to do it too. So you have 7 seconds, and I think I think I did this, so there's not gonna be any sound until we come back. So 7 seconds is then gonna tell who they are. All I want you to do is tell me if you knew who they were. Yashika, we already know you don't, so don't try to cheat. I should have done it differently.
Garrett Morgan.
Give them the answer because I sure thought there was some brother named Timothy. I can tell you that.
Did you know who that was?
I thought that was that brother I met in 1989.
Garrett Morgan. He was the inventor of the stoplight. Did anybody know?
You know what?
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Okay.
He was also a member of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated.
He actually knew, of course.
Everybody got to have a blemish.
So everybody, you have 7 seconds. Put it in the comment if you know who they are. I didn't do this right. I'm the one who edited this thing up. So put in the comments, audience and members of the panel. I'm going to play the next one. Tell me if you know who this is.
His name too long to remember.
I got perimenopause brain. Like, don't do this to me.
Somebody comment the Black Eagle. Somebody K-Ham says, not the Black Panther. I guess the Black Eagle. That was H. Rap Brown. He was the author, leader of the Black Panther Party. I'm not sure where. I think in DC. All right, y'all. Here's the next one. Are you ready?
Let's go.
I think you can unmute if y'all want to, and you can just yell out the answers if you know who they are. Let's go.
We know who that is.
Who is it?
Yeah, I'm giving everybody a chance.
Yeah, he don't know.
Shirley Chisholm, man.
Yeah, Shirley Chisholm.
Well, very good. 1924 to 2005. Ladies, y'all need to step your game up.
Look. He looks familiar, for sure.
Can you just put Rosa Parks up or something? Like,
She ran for president in 1972, and she was the first Black woman in Congress. Shirley K-Ham says. K-Ham knows. All right, y'all. Ready for the next one? Here we go.
Black card.
Come on.
I thought I knew who this was, and I'm so sorry. I don't.
Oh man.
Don't know. Who is that?
Cleveland Browns. Okay, yeah.
Redded.
Who would know that? Somebody. I want somebody to comment who knew that was Ernie.
I actually know. I'm a fan. See, Ernie Davis came. He was recruited after Jim Brown at Syracuse.
Yeah, before Jim Brown.
And then he went on to be the very first Black Heisman Trophy winner ever. And here's a little history about him. He got drafted to the Browns just like Jim Brown. So he was only a year or two younger than Jim Brown. He was going to play with the Browns with Jim Brown. It's going to be this great football season. But then he had leukemia and never played a down of football. Died at 20.
This is the AP version of Black History Month questions. Like, this is not the. I need the Gen Ed version.
You said he died at 23.
He was 23 years old.
Yes.
Heather needs the version where the teacher comes down and knock on the door and say, "I need these three students." Jim Brown, Tony Goodson says, I've seen that picture a lot. Knew his name. There we go. Okay, y'all, we got some more. This next one should be easy. Everybody unmute and tell me who this next one is.
Oh, come on now.
Medgar Evers.
There we go. There we go. Ladies? What was the movie
Medgar Evers.
I was about to say, I know Helen got that one.
Medgar Evers.
Do it, girl. I
Civil
knew
rights
that.
activist, and he was also the first field secretary in NAACP, and he served in Mississippi. Y'all saw the movie A Burn in Mississippi, right? With Whoopi Goldberg.
They killed that man in his driveway from his family.
All right. This next one might be a little more difficult. Sorry.
Martina Luther King.
And
Miss
Lorraine Hansberry.
That's a good photo of her. Okay, Miss Hansberry, I
You're
forgot.
so unserious.
She's cute.
She was an author, and she did A Raisin in the Sun and was the first Black woman.
I read that book, actually.
Wow.
That's a good book. I cried.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
She was the first Black woman to be presented on Broadway to do her play.
Awesome.
All right, a couple more. Here we go.
That's the man, literally. That's Jack Johnson, baby.
Let's go.
Jack Johnson.
That's Jack Arthur Johnson, better known as Jack Johnson, aka the Galveston Giant. He's a Texan.
Too many stories about him. First of all, he's literally the reason that Puff Daddy's in jail right now. Well, the basis that the reason Puff Daddy's in jail right now.
Why?
The Mann Act is an act that was created strictly because the government wanted to arrest Jack Johnson. So that entire law is strictly because of him. Because Goodson, give him a time frame, right? He was boxing in the 20s.
1909.
1909.
He's the first Black heavyweight champion.
And he used to vocally say out in public that I like beating up white boys and having sex and sleeping with white women. Back in them days, he used to be have a cigar and fur coat and gold teeth and didn't care what nobody said. And all he did was sleep with white women and beat up on white guys. And what it is, they want to humble him and get a reason to get him. So they created this law just for him called the Mann Act. And that's why you can't take women cross state lines for sexual purposes.
What a hobby. I mean, really, like I like do like knitting, but that's a different kind of
That was good.
Across from me painting in the garage, right? All right, yeah. Also,
you're doing woodworking, I'm knitting, he's doing
he's banging white girls. I mean, it's all the same, right? And also, there was a story about him going one direction. Police officer pulled him up, said, "Hey, did you realize you were speeding?" He said, "Yeah." He said, "It's a $50 fine." He said, "Here's $100 because I'm coming back the same speed." Here's another one.
Ebenezer somebody. I'm supposed to know him too.
So close.
Already, Andre.
Right.
I can't believe how close you were.
He was way off. We might as well say Pinocchio, right?
Maceo
very prominent. I didn't expect for anybody to really get this one. He is an individual from Texarkana, Texas, by the way, but he moved to Dallas, and he is known as basically the father of Black American history here in Texas. All right, y'all, we got one more, then we'll get it going. This is a good one. Everybody should know this.
There's a slaughter rule. There should be a slaughter rule. Okay.
I'm gonna be disappointed if y'all don't get this one. Please tell me.
That's the chairman, baby. That's the chairman.
Come on, y'all. That's a movie. Shoot us in the
I'm a die revolutionary.
Y'all look at that age.
I'm scared.
Now listen, I come from a Florida public school system.
Oh yeah, that's true.
If I know of Fred Hampton, I don't think they showed us what he looked like.
Oh
no.
Go check out the movie.
What I was gonna say.
Oh, you never
That's what I was gonna say. Like you got to understand. Like we did not see growing up like of black public figures in truth. Like the way they were portrayed definitely was not in truth and honesty. So yeah, that's a symptom of Seattle public schools.
I'd have got it right if it was Fred Hammond.
Yeah.
I'd have got it right.
Knew it, but
Ellen, I would have got it right.
I'm giving Yashika half credit because you know what's crazy. What's crazy about him is his age and what he was able to accomplish. Like at that age, that just
how old was he?
He was like in his early 20s. Like I don't know.
I give you a quick history on Fred Hampton. He was 21 years old from Chicago. In fact, his Emmett Till's, I think, mother babysitted Fred Hampton, which is kind of cool because they're all from Chicago, something to that nature. But anyway, he was the leader of the Black Panther Party Chicago, a devout, stout, strong leader. And I don't know if y'all know this, but the Black Panther Party was like Democrat, Republican, Black Panther Party. Everybody make them look like they this revolutionary group that was trying to kill everybody, which I guess they were a revolutionary group. Nevertheless, he was leading the way from Chicago for the rest of the country. And what he was doing is unifying poor black people, Hispanic people, and poor white, or all black people, Hispanic people, and poor white people. And so the FBI realized this joker is too tough. He is going to be more powerful than the United States. So what did they do? They had to kill him. Go check it out in the movie Judas and the Black Messiah, and I think you'll.
I heard that was good.
I know. I gotta see that.
Excellent.
Okay, I gotta see that.
Excellent movie.
Yeah.
So that's about him. Okay.
All about him. All right, y'all. We'll be right back. We got a whole lot more show left. See y'all in about 1 minute.
God's gonna do it. And I don't know when it's gonna. Come on. Well, Lord, I only know, yeah, God's gonna make a way for me. I know He will.
No, that's
all right. Baby Cinnamon. It's actually grown people in my choir that look like that too.
No, baby, yeah, I don't like it.
You didn't like it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. You are with Rebranded Podcast. Hey, before we started our game, what I said I was going to do was throw a question out to the panel. I want to start with you, Dr. Mike. And that question is, what are some healthy coping mechanisms our community uses or should use, and which ones might actually be making deeper issues?
Wow. Well, one of the healthy mechanisms, and this goes back to me, the social media question, is social media, I think, hinders and is a barrier to old school interpersonal relationships. And I think, that's one of the healthy things is in this digital age and AI and everything, and social media and people getting caught up in YouTube it's hurt just plain old school relationships, having people that you break bread with, that you work out with, that you spend time with. And especially as you get older, it's been proven many times by science that people who have great interpersonal relationships actually live longer. It's a healthy deal. And so that's one of the practices that I think, and that's my concern, even with the younger people, with adolescents, with social media, because it is a fantasy world and you can spin a rabbit hole on TikTok and whatever and never have those interpersonal type relationships that are healthy.
Great answer. And you know what? I'm going to throw it over to the rest of the crew. But Helen, now, what would healing look like if mental health conversations were normalized in Black families and communities? Helen. I had to say it twice because,
I appreciate that. Let me see the question one more time.
What would healing look like if mental health conversations were normalized in Black families?
Oh, listen, I think the way that Black people know how to make comedy out of everything, we be some healed babies. We'd be so healed because we'd be laughing and it'd be the truth. Okay, hold on. We'll cry about that for a minute. But when I come back, I got you.
Yeah.
And I feel like, it'd be a very, very beautiful thing because the Black community has been through a lot. I think there's a lot of trauma that has become a part of our DNA as just Black people that we don't even realize. And being able to just unpack some of the heavy questions is something to, I want to say, let me not misspeak. But yeah, we got some deep things. So I think if we're able to and not get offended or not let our egos come up or not finger point, our Black Wall Street will keep getting built, no matter how many times they blew it up.
Do y'all think if we had a situation where we had healing and 100% of the Black community, and we started kind of fading some of our history out, slavery, civil rights, and then we started getting more strong in the world that we're in today, do we revert right back, or do we overcome and go to a new place? What happens with that?
So I will say that kind of to what Helen was saying, to piggyback off that, but also I think it will answer this question. So I think that a lot of times when we were raised and how we're raising our children, when we see our kids exhibit behavior that is inappropriate, disrespectful, or whatever, or cry or be sad or be emotional or whatever, a lot of times it's only discipline that is handed down to our kids. And we don't give our children a safe space to just be wrong, right? To have bad feelings, to act out. And we are so quick to just jump and say, like, stop doing that, sit up straight, don't talk like that. Whereas instead of just letting them talk, letting them have the ugly behavior, and then stop and saying, okay, what's going on? Right? There's not a lot of calm redirect. And so we exhibit behavior because, again, it's very difficult. If you have not had to sit down with your child to say, this is how you survive a traffic stop, and the parent's defense, like, I get it. I understand why we're that way. But we have to get out of that trauma mode. And I think that if we allow our kids to be imperfect and to let them come down and give them that space to just be wrong or whatever, and then unpack it and talk about, okay, what are you feeling? What's going on with you? Are you being bullied or somebody touching you or hurt? Whatever it is, we have to give them that space for fear. We're not just so quick to just discipline every single time. That I think it could really open up and the lines of communication where people can actually feel comfortable to talk to their parents or to heal from the things that have happened to them.
I think to a point that's true. But a little bit of that I have to kind of push back on. And the part that I push back on is, yes, I do have to teach my son how to act in a traffic stop. I do. And no, should I? No, I shouldn't have to, but I have to. And so I think in the house, family, when we talk to each other, because me and my kids talk to each other, Anthony's like his baby too. We score on each other. There's no holds bars when it comes to my kids. And they know how to respectfully get me when I need to be got. And I don't even spank my kids. Should I? Is that a thing? I don't, So, but we still have a level of respect. Yes, in the house, we do have to teach them and be more kind and teach them love and let them get it all out. But society will kick your ass. Excuse my French, Pastor. It will. And so we have to understand, and we have to teach our kids that in the house, we can be like that 100%. But when they go out in the world is completely different than what's going on in this house. See, I love you. Mm-hmm. I love everything about you. And there's nothing you can do that makes me not love you. Okay. Yeah. But when we put them out in the world, because unfortunately we wanted this kumbaya experience for them, but that's not the world. Not with the melanin that they have. It's just not, So I think in the house, we do have to still be teaching to the fact, well, when you get stopped, this is what you do. You have to be in touch with your emotions. And maybe you can say that to me, but you got to kind of watch yourself when you're out and how you talk to people and what you say. And there's a time and a place for everything. So for me, I think it is important to teach your kids with love and kindness, but they still have to know what kind of world they're going to grow up in and live in. Because the way it is in the house is not going to be the way it is in the street. Does that make sense?
I like the fact that you get, I got to teach them how to act at a traffic stop. Police officer told me you want to get, when you're a black kid, when you're a black person, you need to get points. Y'all hear me?
Tell us that good advice again.
I'm telling
y'all hear me?
I missed out on something.
Well, you got it. I like the fact that you said, talking about traffic stops, et cetera, et cetera. Because the police officer once told me, whenever you are black, you need points. Oh God, never mind.
Yeah.
No, we listening. We just making sure we don't miss it again.
No. I'm gonna take all y'all off the screen. Y'all messing me up. He said,
now I don't know what to do if I get stopped.
Certain things that you must do. Number one, put your hands on the steering wheel. Number one, put your hands on the steering wheel. Number two, turn the dome light on. Nobody would have thought of that. Especially at nighttime. turn your dome light on so that so police can see you. What you want to do is get as many points as you possibly can so that you can get that ride home. So, something I absolutely appreciate. Let's go to the comments real quick. Oh yeah, sorry about any curse words I've said in past shows. I forget words are bad. I try harder. Don't worry about this show. Tonight we got Pastor Mike on. Deborah Goodson says, no, we need to always remember our past. We need to teach our children that we came from smart, intelligent, strong, and beautiful people. America have a need for us to be here. Absolutely. Chelsea also said that was good. I like the Fred Hampton pick. Heather, where did you go to high school at? Franklin? I went there too for a while. Franklin. I guess he assumed Seattle is very small, huh? All right, y'all. We're gonna go.
Yeah, I know where Franklin is. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. Cool. All right, y'all. We're gonna take a real quick break, and when we come back, we got a couple more questions. I'll play them. We have super producer Sydney over here, and she's off a little bit because I just threw her off. We'll see y'all in about 1 minute.
My Black history, I want to talk about a community in Dallas that a lot of people might not be aware of called Joppy. Joppy is spelled Joppa, but it's pronounced Joppy because one of the original spellings was Joppee. Joppy is one of 30 freedmen's towns that was founded in Dallas a decade after abolishment of slavery. Joppy was established in 1872 by Henry Critz Hines. He was a slave from the Miller plantation. I want to talk about Joppy. It's a place that gets overlooked, but it's literally on the side of the tracks. It's actually still in existence. It's still a community. It's still some of the original homes, and it's an actual freedmen's community founded in 1872.
That's where the old question comes in. What would Jesus do? Spoiler, Jesus never said a word about deporting immigrants. He did say, I was a stranger and you welcomed me. He himself started life as a refugee when his parents fled to Egypt. By today's MAGA logic, baby Jesus should have been deported back to Herod to be slaughtered. Think about that. But these MAGA pea-brains can't handle the truth. It shatters their alpha male cosplay. They'd rather pretend Jesus ran Border Patrol than admit he was a brown-skinned refugee with no papers. They'd lie about their own lives, blame immigrants for everything, and think faith is about the laziest shortcut to heaven. So yeah, asking what would Jesus do is too advanced for this crew. The good liars probably would have gotten clear answers if they asked, what would Scooby-Doo do?
We are back. Welcome back to Rebrand This Podcast. Mind Over Melanin. It's a beautiful title. ChatGPT gave it to us. Y'all, we're talking about different issues that we deal with in the Black community. Happy Black History Month to everybody watching tonight. All right, y'all. I think the question that we had going into it, or maybe I asked this already, but I don't know if everybody spoke on it. How does the lack of representation in the mental health professionals affect trust in therapy for African Americans?
Lord.
So my therapist is a white woman, and she was actually integral in helping me kind of sort through the trauma. But there were times where I did have to explain that, like, what I was going through was like really unique to a situation where only a Black person is going to deal with that. Now, thankfully, she was open, and also I had the capacity to explain that to her, but not everybody is like you're already dealing with your own mental health issues, so you don't not everybody has the capacity to also try to explain, like, okay, this is my experience as a black or a black woman or a black man. And so I think that it does affect people, because it's like, if they don't see us, you know, being there, being an advocate, so that we just kind of already understand, there's already a roadblock in the community to get mental health help. And then also, if there's no representation, it's like, well, I'll just deal with it, or I'll just pray about it. But faith without works is dead. So you have to have the faith, but you also actually have to do something to actually, you know, get your mental health together.
Yeah, I think it's a huge barrier, simply because there's less than 2%, according to my research, African American, you know, psychologists, psychiatrists out there, and especially a barrier if your mental health has been caused by intergenerational trauma, as I call it, or intergenerational racism, especially for men, because we tend to be called nigga, you know, boy. Have had, you know, a lot of times we have those type of racial trauma situations. So yeah, I think it is a big barrier. You know, just having to even try to explain some of the things that you're going through, and to someone who really cannot relate. So I think it is a big barrier, which is one of the things that I do. I'm a pastoral counselor, and actually am starting, you know, I have a ministry that does, you know, counseling with, you know, that because of that or whatever, outside of a church context.
That's great.
Helen?
Beautiful.
Honestly, Helen, that is?
Yeah, no, I agree with what's being said. I think the lack of representation is definitely a strike against the black community, brown community wanting to get help. And yeah, I agree. It's unfortunate. And so I'm glad when I was ready to look for a therapist, I had the option to filter, because I did.
I think empathy it plays a huge part in our life in general. As a man, I have other male friends because they understand the same thing I deal with. As a married man, you have other married friends, etc., because they understand the same with women and so forth. So I think once I go to this place and I tell you my issues, you got to have some level of empathy. You kind of got to understand. Of course, you know, I don't have anything against the fact that you may have a white therapist, but I think the beauty of a black person counseling other black people is they have empathy. The problem with that is maybe too much empathy. Oh, I feel your pain, and now they don't fix the problem; they just feel the pain. And so I don't think that heals anything. So I mean, I'm kind of on both sides of that, but I definitely believe it, because I know that in the healthcare industry, black doctors seem to get further along with black patients. I know in the business industry, black people feel more comfortable when they buy along with black, and they buy black business. So to me, it seems like it's almost necessary in every aspect of the world, or in America, for us to kind of have some kind of representation in everything that we do. I got a couple questions here from ChatGPT. This one is at random. I don't know exactly what's going to be thrown out there, but we all have 30 seconds to answer this. I think we're getting really close to the end. Here's a random one that ChatGPT gives me. It says, why does the kids seem like they are throwing away their future today?
Because they are.
Anybody?
Why does, first of all,
that's why it seems like that. Yeah, I mean, that's why it seems like that.
ChatGPT say that, and he only been around 2 years. You still a kid, Chat.
We see every day senseless killing. First, it's like a senseless, dumb something being done, and then it's a senseless killing. 2 lives lost, and they do it without remorse. But we always see like the breakdown in the courtroom, and that just show, you know, they are throwing down their future. And the breakdown in the courtroom shows you that they never once thought about their future when that was going on. Most tough guy, when you see like a killer or something like that, and boom, he did that, and he in the courtroom, judge be like, you got life, and he still be like, yeah, I don't care, you know, he deserved it, you know, like that. But when you see these kids get in the courtroom, they pass out, break down, start crying like little kids, because what had happened was they thought they were their favorite rapper on that song when they were killing that person, and they never thought about consequences because they've never been shown consequences. So they're just throwing their life away because they're acting without any thought. You know, they don't have any kind, I say it all the time, conflict resolution and social skills. They don't have them, and they're throwing them away every day because that video feed that they're watching, it tells them to. That rap song that's getting pushed all day on the radio, it tells them to. Everything they does tells them to. Basically, all they're fed all day. Our young men are fed. Get you a blinky with the clip and the switch on it, and our young women are fed that you are supposed to be a hoe. That's what they're fed all day.
Deborah Collette said, and by the way, y'all, say thank you to Ace for using up each of y'all 30 seconds. Deborah
I'm about to
Collette
say, I think you talk about one specific demographic because there's just as many old killers as there is young in prison.
But we're talking about the kids. The question was about the kids.
But to me, I think it's more of an entitlement thing. I think they're more, but I can't speak on the ghetto shoot 'em up movie. Forget it.
Blinky stuff.
Blinky, I don't know what a blinky is.
I didn't even know what that is.
I know what a blankie is. I'm get in it in a minute. You know.
Y'all know what a blinky is. Y'all know the blinky. Done it.
Is it churchy? Just let me know if it's churchy.
Parents are young. Kids, parents are younger now, and they just don't have the training the kids of the past have had. K-Ham says the lack of representation comes from our community mindset. We heavily promote sports and the entertainment industry rather than encouraging doctors, lawyers. K-Ham, you and I, we need to talk. He says the engineers. Y'all listen about that time.
Hey, yo, we got on the show next week.
I appreciate you for asking that.
Hey, before we get to the AOH, y'all, I just want to give a shout out to our super producer.
I'm so sick.
Pretty girl.
She knows she don't want to be on camera. He throwing her up there.
And she want to be on the camera. She wants to be on. Oops. That's me.
I did that. Get my tape off.
She's like, okay. Yashika, it's on you.
Well, I'm still sitting over here trying to figure out what a blinky is, but anyway, AOAs.
Hey, what's up, Yashika?
He'll tell you later.
Yeah, don't worry about it. I forget it. I don't know more. Who we got on the show next week?
I'm glad you asked. Well, in honor of Black History Month, we're actually going to be talking. Y'all can't hear me? Hello?
I hear you.
Okay. Well, in honor of Black History Month, we're actually going to be talking to Black Klan members that are actually suing because of a hostile club environment. Apparently, they're always the one getting volunteered for combat practice.
That's it.
10 out of 10.
Okay.
Really?
Okay. Dr. Mike, what do you give it?
You get it, Yashika?
No.
Hey, keep your day job, man. Keep your day job.
Come on.
That's why I do this
for dialogue with you. And it was nice to meet everyone. And remember that part of our history is we have to give back to that quick comment you made, Ace, about these people. As a former prison chaplain, we have a left generation, not a lost generation. I'm probably the oldest on the broadcast, and you've got to go back. I'm 63 years old, and I go back. You got to go and give these young people a pattern for success and model.
Yeah,
that's right.
Now, stick around too. We want to Hollis. Don't go anywhere.
Emotional regulation. I think that's the biggest key is like learning how to regulate your emotions in the midst of trauma. I think that's what's missing in our community.
Very good. Very good. I love it. Helen, Yashika?
What was the question?
Just say emotional regulation.
I'm gonna go with what the pastor said because I loved what you said. It's not a lost generation, it's a left generation.
Right,
and I think whenever I love, because I say it all the time, as long as you have breath, you have time. And so if we're able to backtrack and help those that's been left, not necessarily lost, because we see a lot of our kids as lost cause. I don't have time for that. But if you see them left instead of lost, you look at it differently.
Absolutely.
I think that's brilliant, sir. Thank you for that. That was really good.
I love that.
Indeed.
Don't go anywhere, Dr. Mike. We're about to end the show, but let's go to the comments real quick. They said Tony Goodson. They got to laugh on that one. Tony Goodson says, "Try again."
Yeah, try it again.
Paula was like,
Yeah.
K-Ham gave you a 9 though. That's a family connection. Hey, we'll see y'all next week. Well, hold on. I think we got a Sulphur Springs Wildcat Elite says it's been a while. Usually teaching Bible study. God bless you. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you for being here.
Tell her about our Anthony.
Oh, next week, everybody. Next Friday, 7:00 p.m. Rebranders Podcast is having a dinner at 7:00 in honor of a few things. Black History Month. We do it every quarter, anyways. But it's also Yashika's birthday. It's not Yashika's birthday next week. We're not gonna talk about it.
Oh, she's 26. It's fine.
26 again. She'll Clayton again. Next Friday, 7:00. Everybody come. We are covering the appetizers. I am. She's not paying for anything.
I am too.
We want to see y'all there, and we're going to be at the Grand Lux Cafe in the Galleria Mall. Okay, Schultz said, "Great show, family. Great show." Clayton Bigsby. See y'all next week.
How do I say goodbye to what we had? The good time that made us laugh, I'll wait them back. I thought we could but forever's gone away.
Well, you got enough gas in the pickup? No, we ain't taking no broken down truck on this date. We going out high style, Pop. We going in a taxi. A taxi. In a taxi? Yeah, that's right. I mean, we going in a taxi? Imagine that. Taking a taxi and ain't even nobody going to the hospital.